So I space out. A lot. I'm a space cadet and have the attention span as short as a cat cracked out on catnip. Which would be fine, you know? Except recently, it's gotten a lot worse. I can't even read a paragraph without completely getting off track and end up occupying my thoughts with anything else. And that anything else could be playing out an entire scene from a movie I haven't seen in 6 years, to worrying about which creature of the abyss is gonna haunt my dreams tonight.
Hey, can you hurry up and go to sleep already? Trying to haunt your dreams. I got a quota to meet.
Now, before you ask, no. I do not have ADHD or ADD or HIJKLMNOP. I've never been tested, and like many people in the United States believe, if I don't get tested, it's not there. But honestly, maybe I do have ADHD. I was planning on getting an actual assessment this summer, but since March, that's out the window. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Really, I don't think there's anything going on in my head at all. Sometimes it's literally just random music up there, and most of the time, in order to think, I have to drown out the recent pop sensation. However, I have gotten diagnosed with high anxiety. So sometimes too much is going on, and it feels like my brain cells are trying to start a riot against me. So, my head is either empty, no thoughts, or about to explode with worry and fear. Both then lead me to spacing out in extreme amounts. Sometimes I will be listening to someone, and then I dwell on one single thing they mentioned and start building off the idea in my head. And whenever I do this, it feels like my brain just switched the channels on my eyesight, and I focus on visualizing and imagining that single idea.
So yeah, the doctor told me it was a miracle the hamsters didn't eat the rest of my intestines. Hey, are you even listening to me?
This whole thing happens every time I space out. And let me tell you, it's not good. Because I space out the most when I drive. And I drive a lot. I've almost gotten into several accidents because of this, and I don't know about you, but I don't think an officer of the law will just accept the excuse of, sorry, I was thinking about how worms don't have brains. Also, can you believe that? It's true. I cried for probably an hour because worms have a nervous system, but not a brain. Which means when you decide to cut a worm in half to see if it turns into two worms, you just made this guy feel excruciating pain, and he doesn't even know why. Give it to me straight, Doc. What's wrong with my husband? Why are there two of them? Why are they both in so much pain? Well, ma'am, we ran some tests on where he was cut in half, and we just don't know the cause. So one of the times I almost got into an accident, I was at a red light, and I noticed the car ahead of me had some dumb window sticker. I think it said, I found my prince. You know, like those Disney stickers you see? Ugh. Gross. Why would anyone put that on their car? I bet they're real annoying about Disneyland. Probably goes every month with their quote-unquote hubby or wifey to buy matching mouse ears, which they already have. Wait a minute. Ah! While this was all going on in my head, my foot eased off the brake and started rolling towards the car. And I didn't notice until I realized the sticker was getting bigger. My heart stopped for probably the rest of the day, but I managed to brake my car before our bumpers could kiss. Another thing about zoning out frequently is that I have the absolute worst memory. I will literally walk into a room and I'll be like a sim whose actions just got canceled. I won't remember what I was doing or even why I was there. Wait, why was I coming into the kitchen? Was it to get a snack? I'm not hungry. Maybe wash the dishes? No, I think I already did that today. Oh well, if it was important, I wouldn't have forgotten it. No, wait, come back! Sometimes I'll even forget what I'm trying to say in the middle of saying it, which just makes me sound like a crazy person. And remembering it hours later and shouting it aloud for everyone around you to hear doesn't help. Spacing out can even put me in a deep zombie-like trance. Hey, do you think Jesus ever kissed the homies? What? Nothing. But the absolute worst thing about zoning out is that I get sidetracked to infinity. Kind of like how YouTube autoplay just decides what's similar to the video that you're watching and just keeps putting on more and more things until you go from watching a gaming video to watching some YouTuber you've never heard about talking about how to make mint soap. So it goes like this. I'll go into the kitchen to make food. Then I'll go upstairs to ask my roommate if he wants anything. Then I'll end up wandering into my own room and see my desk and think, man, that's not where I want it anymore. So I'll try to move it, and in doing so, the drawer slips open and reveals a note. I'll stare at it, and I'll wonder when I received it. Then I'll go downstairs and ask my girlfriend about it, then realize that I wanted to move the desk, so I do. But when I do, I notice that everything else in the room also needs to be moved. And then I'll think, yeah, that's where everything should be. And realize that my desk is where I do my work. And I haven't worked in a bit, so I'll go back downstairs to start working, and then I smell food in the oven. Burning. Then I'll realize that I never even asked my roommate about it. Hey you, thanks for watching. This is my first real YouTube video, and it took a long time to make, but I had a really fun time making it. So, if you space out a lot, please tell me so I know I'm not just a dumb idiot who can't focus on anything. And if you laughed at least a little bit at this video, then please subscribe so you can be the first to see my next videos on dumb things that I think about. Thanks again, and remember, don't space out in the middle of traffic.